This video is brought to you by hoodbeast.com. Design your own custom hoodies. hoodbeast.com. We are beast.
Yo, what is up guys? It's me, Zachary, back bringing you some more daily NBA news and updates. We got 5 days until the NBA season starts. A few topics to talk about today, a partridge and a pair of D-Rose knees Lego. So this isn't like actual news that I typically talk about, but I just can't let this go untalked about. This had to be addressed, and there is no better way for me to start off addressing this than by showing you this clip.
Guy and Trevor Booker, may the force be with him. You can see all hands on deck as Embiid, you can count it and a foul. They were thinking about a double team, and Joel, before it came, banked home two. He'll go to the line looking for one more.
I'm not a lip reader, but I agree with Joel. They can't guard you. Face him up, go underarm, aka Tim Duncan of 101.
Joel Embiid played for the first time in months yesterday against the Brooklyn Nets in the NBA preseason. The Sixers training staff said he would only be allowed to play 12 to like 14 minutes a game, and he only played 15. And when a player hasn't played for months and they're only allowed to come back and play like 15 minutes in the preseason, you don't really expect too much out of that play. You expect them to get some rust off, just get a feel back for the game, and you know, just get into the groove of things before the regular season starts. Well, that wasn't the case yesterday with Joel Embiid, not at all. 15 minutes. Those 15 minutes were some of the best 15 minutes I have ever seen a player play, point blank period. I don't care if it was just the preseason. 22 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, and a block in 15 minutes. Last year, we were all in awe. We were dumbfounded, at a loss for words with the amount of production Joel Embiid was producing in the limited minutes. He was only allowed to play 25 minutes per game last year, and when he put out 20 points, 7 rebounds per game in those 25 minutes, we couldn't believe what we were seeing when he was actually able to play. But then yesterday, he topped that by putting up 22 points and 7 rebounds in 10 less minutes per game, only 15 minutes. Granted, 14 of those points did come from the free throw line, but that's still impressive. He was 14 of 18 from the free throw line yesterday. 14 of 18, 18 free throw attempts in 15 minutes. Do you know what you have to be in order to attempt 18 free throws in 15 minutes? You have to be unstoppable. The only way they feel they can stop you is by fouling you, and that's exactly what Joel Embiid is. How is that possible? No, seriously, how? A player that has 31 games of NBA experience under his belt goes down with an injury, sits out for months without playing in a game, comes back and does this in 15 minutes? How is that possible? How can he be out there playing like one of the most unstoppable forces that the NBA has ever seen? He hit a 3 from the logo. What else is there to say? Joel Embiid gets made fun of a lot for not being able to stay healthy, for only playing 31 games throughout the first 3 seasons of his career. I've cracked a few jokes about him not being able to stay healthy and only playing 31 games throughout the first 3 years of his career. Anytime someone tries to hype Joel Embiid up, his injury proneness gets brought up and thrown in their face. But today I'm saying skip all that. I'm just gonna call it like I see it. You can hate on Joel Embiid for not being able to stay healthy all you want, but the fact of the matter is, if Joel Embiid can stay healthy and plays a long NBA career, then you are talking about, we are witnessing the beginning of an NBA legend. Yet Joel Embiid could be an NBA legend, and I already know, I can already sense the hate I'm about to get in the comment section for having the nerve to say this, the blasphemous amount of nerve I had to say this, but Joel Embiid has the potential to go down as a top 5 NBA player ever. Ever. I said it. Bring on the hate, I said it. I'm not even a Sixers fan, I'm just calling it like I see it. The dude is literally unstoppable on the court. When you're hitting 3s from logos, when you can take your defender off the dribble, when you can post up anyone, when you can dunk on anyone, when you have a mid-range game, when you're over 7 feet tall, consistently the biggest player on the court, doing all of those things. And on top of that, it's not even just on the offensive end. When you're a wrecking ball on the defensive end as well, I mean, he averaged 2.5 blocks last year as well in those 25 minutes per game. Then what else are you than a future NBA legend? What else could he be besides, of course, one of the biggest what ifs if he can't stay healthy? The craziest thing of all is when he's out there playing, he doesn't even seem like he's trying his hardest. Dominating like he does just comes naturally to him, to be honest. It's like watching an NBA player play a high school pickup game. A pickup game with a bunch of high schoolers. That's what Joel Embiid looks like out there on the NBA court. It's scary. So here's what I have to say to you, Joel Embiid. Stay healthy. Please. Please. I don't know what else to say. Just please stay healthy, because at this point in your career, you're gonna go down as one of two things. Either you stay healthy and go down as one of the best players to ever play the game, point blank period, or you don't stay healthy and you go down as one of the saddest, most heartbreaking what ifs in NBA history, because we saw glimpses of greatness but got it taken away from us by injury. So whatever you have to do, put yourself in a cryo ice chamber or whatever when you're not playing. Do whatever you have to do to stay healthy, Joel Embiid. Confirmation. That is precisely what this is. Just confirmation. The NBA All-Star Game is changing this year. We already knew this. We already talked about this, how the selection of the All-Star teams will be a bit different, with the old captains picking the team, where the player who gets the most votes in each conference becomes a captain and they select the team. All right, we all know about this and I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be exciting because the NBA All-Star Game desperately needed some changes from the traditional East versus Western Conference style. But at the same time, when these changes were announced, a lot of people, including myself, got worried that the All-Star Game would just turn it into a buddy system, where the captains select their teammates or their friends, regardless of if they're the best player available. A little sliver of me didn't want to think that this would happen, thought that players would have integrity and would select the best player available, even if that means that passing up on their friend or one of their teammates. But it doesn't appear that's going to be the case, as we got confirmation that this is just going to be a buddy system. Stephen Curry, let's face it, he's most likely going to be a captain in the All-Star Game this upcoming season. And he said yesterday that he plans to select his teammates first and then just kind of fill out the team from there. Probably one of my teammates, until you run out of those options, then you just kind of figure it out. You don't go into a draft knowing what pick 9, 10, 11 is going to be. You have to see how it all unfolds. With the first pick in the 2018 NBA All-Star Draft, Stephen Curry selects Kevin Durant of the Golden State Warriors. With the third pick of the 2018 NBA All-Star Draft, Stephen Curry selects Draymond Green of the Golden State Warriors, even though Anthony Davis was still an option. With the fifth pick of the 2018 NBA All-Star Draft, Stephen Curry selects Klay Thompson of the Golden State Warriors, even though Kyrie Irving, John Wall, DeMarcus Cousins, and Karl Anthony Towns, Jimmy Butler were all still options. You guys get where I'm going with this. Stephen Curry literally said that as long as there's a teammate still available for him to pick, that's who he's going to be picking. He'll pass up on the better talent for his teammates, confirming that this is just going to be a buddy system. Now, I do see nothing wrong with this and a little bit wrong with this at the same time. This isn't the worst thing that could happen to the NBA. First off, let's just say that it is just the All-Star Game, and this isn't anything that's against the rules or anything like that. Players can select whoever they want to be on their team for this All-Star Game now, so that's just the way it is, and it will still be entertaining. I'm still looking forward to it. I still think it will be a lot of fun, but then there's another part of me that just wishes that they wouldn't do this, because while it will be nice to see the Golden State Warriors go up against a team of random NBA All-Stars to see how broken, how unfair this Golden State Warriors team actually is if they beat a bunch of All-Stars on the other team. It's like we already saw this. I mean, last year, it was basically the same thing where you had 4 players on the Golden State Warriors plus 7 other All-Stars against LeBron James on the other team and his group of All-Stars. I just wish that this wouldn't happen so the teams could switch up a little bit. Like I said though, at the end of the day, this isn't the biggest deal. It does kind of suck and it is disappointing to know that this is what's going to happen, but there's nothing we can do about it. Players are going to select their friends or teammates over other players regardless of who the best option is. Andrew Wiggins just joined Joel Embiid to become the second player of the 2014 NBA draft class to secure a max level contract. Andrew Wiggins and the Minnesota Timberwolves agreed to a 5-year, $148 million contract yesterday. Now, there has been some speculation as to whether or not Andrew Wiggins is the best fit for the Minnesota Timberwolves, as well as if he can live up to his potential that we saw of him in the draft. Coming into the draft, dude was getting a lot of hype. He's the next Tracy McGrady, he's the next LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, all of these elite players, and now the hype train has died down a little bit, and people have questioned whether or not the Timberwolves should actually trade Andrew Wiggins, which I don't think was ever actually a question, because you don't just trade a player like Andrew Wiggins. He's already an elite scorer, no question about that. The dude gets hot, you automatically win the game. And he's still young, he's still growing, he's still developing. People say he has the right tools to be an elite defender as well, with his quickness and long arms and athleticism. And my camera died in the middle of recording. But like I was saying, I don't think it was ever a question for the Minnesota Timberwolves to agree to a max contract with Andrew Wiggins. He's not that type of talent you just let go, even if all he does on an elite level right now is score. But that's going to do it for today, guys. Let me know what you think about all of this down in the comment section below. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for more daily NBA videos. And until tomorrow, keep getting the buckets, Team SDC, and I'm out of here. Peace!